So, the explanation of the second stanza goes like this. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. The poet further states that he'll have some peace at Innisfree. Peace comes to that place dropping slowly from the wheels of the morning. Dropping from the wheels of the morning to where the cricket sings, he says that peace comes to that place dropping slowly from the wheels of the morning. It descends to the place where crickets, the chirping birds, insects, sings melodiously. Okay, so he loves to hear to the noise that is made by the insect, namely cricket. Okay, so he enjoys the sound which is made by this beautiful the chirping insect cricket. Okay, now let's begin. Their midnights all a glimmer and noon a purple glow. The midnight at the isle has a faint shine, and the noon is characterized by its mellow softness of light. So, this is how he has described the midnight and the afternoon. An evening full of the linnet's wings. Now again he is describing the evening. He is giving the description of the evening, how he enjoys the evening and how he imagines the evenings. The evenings are characterized by numerous linnet birds across the sky and singing sweetly at the same time. So this is the explanation for the second stanza. Now we'll go ahead with the third stanza. So the third stanza goes like this. I'll arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So, the difficult words which are given over here are night and day, lake, lapping shore, pavements, grey. So, the word meanings have been given over there. Night and day means all the time. Lake means a large body of water on land. Lapping means hitting gently. Shore means edge or the bank. Pavements means street paved with stones. And grey here means grown dirty with use. Okay, so I'll repeat the stanza again. I'll arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So, the explanation of the stanza goes like this. I'll arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. The poet repeats his decision to go to the island of Innisfree. While living in the city, he hears all the time the sound of the waves striking softly against the shore of the lake. In his reverie, he hears the soft rhythmic beat of the water in the innermost recess of his heart. While he stands on the city pavement, he hears in his imagination the sound of the striking waves. Such is his infatuation for that place. So, children, this poem reflects on the tranquility of life. In fact, living in a cottage is quite different from the fast and hectic life. We can enjoy nature when there is peace of mind. But real peace of mind is impossible in a city. We can find it in a solitary place only. So this was the poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats. So here we end with the poem. We'll go ahead with the next grammatical part, the poetic devices, the literary devices which has been used in the poem in the next class. So I hope you all have understood the poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree, written by the well-known poet William Butler Yeats. So children, we'll end the class today over here and hope to meet you soon. Until then, please take care. Please take care of yourself and be safe at home. So thank you children and have a great day. Thank you.